on in. Super Tuesday. We're doing an afternoon burn. You guys following the news? Now, it's not all positive, but this show, we all know, in here, we talk like winners because we will win. We're going to win. We are winning. We are doing what happens to make change. And it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be won in one day. Didn't nobody think that anyway? They all melded into one candidate. And they're boosting up a man who, quite honestly, is in his last days mentally. He's slipping his mental status. It's hard for the man to form a thought. But they're throwing all their eggs in that basket. That's their plan. That's their best plan. Think about that. Revel in that. Their best strategy to stop us is to put us up against Joe Biden. Then we're going to tear him to shreds. That's what it's time for. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about more. This is the Super Tuesday afternoon edition of the Daily Burn. So come on in. Like and share. And let me know you're here. Participate in the show. This is live. But I am going to get started here in just a minute. Come on in. This is a sampling of a daily burn, basically, because I'm sharing this to new places. This is going to my timeline instead of the page. This usually comes from my Facebook page, Our Revolution War Room. By the way, go join that. Our Revolution War Room is my page, and I would love to have you over there. And that's where the Daily Burn usually comes from every day. This is a motivational show for the political revolution where we gather and discuss this fight and discuss what's going on and what's happening right now. But we do that in a way where we understand that we must win, that this must happen, and we must move this forward right now. We must take full advantage of what is happening right now. And that's what we're doing. And that's what this show is about and what this show is for. So come on in. We're doing a Super Tuesday afternoon edition. I'm going to talk to you guys about some stuff that I had written down. But welcome to the special afternoon edition of the Daily Burn. We are doing fantastic in this revolution. Everybody needs to take a moment to really focus on that fact. We are doing very well. We've done a tremendous amount. Think of how much money we've raised, how many volunteers we have, all of the work put in. We've done fantastic. And I am proud of all of you, everyone that is out there fighting and doing all you can to move this forward and make this happen. And no matter what happens today, when the dust settles, remember we're going to win this. But they are going to do everything they can to stop us. They're going to throw everything they can at us. And they've taken all of their little shills and rolled them into a ball right before Super Tuesday. And they're throwing all their support behind Joe Biden. How effective it'll be, we'll find out later today. You know, I don't trust polls. We all know that. I have no faith in the media polling. So I'm seeing a lot of promising things. I know they've tried to pull some deceptive tactics already by closing hundreds of polling stations in heavily minority areas. They don't want a massive turnout. They want to suppress the vote as much as they can. And they're going to do all that they can to stop us. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. And today's victories are just going to give us momentum moving forward. Nobody expected to win this in a day. You know, we kicked that around. It was funny. We were talking to, laughing about it. None of us really thought we were going to take this in a day. We're going to do very well today. And we should all be ready to see some of their shenanigans throw a couple of wrenches in how well that will end up being, but we're going to do very well today. But we still need to keep moving forward. We still need to keep pushing, and we still have more to do. And it's going to happen. We are going to win, and it's all going to happen because of us, because of all of us fighting in this revolution, doing all that we can to move this forward and to make this happen and to make this a reality. So join us. Go to BernieSanders.com. See if there's anything you can do. Volunteer, donate, share truth, inform yourself on his policies, and help explain them to people. Talk to your friends, your neighbors, on social media. Get it out there. Spread the excitement. Get the information out there in front of people. That's mostly what we need to do, is inform people. These are very popular programs. Once you show them to people and show them especially that they're possible, they will have massive support. Once we reach a certain level, it won't matter what they do, what they throw at us, how much money they throw at us, how many oligarchs personally open their wallet to openly fight our revolution. It won't matter, because we'll overwhelm them. And guys, if you're blue no matter who, or just a regular Democrat, you need to understand Biden is a loser. Biden will lose. Guaranteed. It's not me as a Bernie bro saying that. It's a fact that you need to face, because you're entering into an election against a candidate that does have pretty good support. Don't underestimate it. And Biden would lose to him, because we would not come into that fight with you. This is Bernie or Vest. It's all or nothing here. We're in this to the end. And the end is when we accomplish this goal. We're not taking no for an answer. We're not looking to negotiate. There's no middle ground. And I don't really worry about a plan B, because plan B pulls from plan A, but my plan B is Bernie or Vest. Look into that movement and realize that this is going to lead to direct action. We're going to have to. Too much is at stake. We understand that. We know that. Hey, Ginger. What's up, John? Good to see you guys. Hey, Nissa. She says told off a few already. I bet you have. Well, good to see you guys. Hey, Millicent. We will win. Not necessarily in this venue. Beloved, ultimately, the people will win. You don't... What do you mean? I missed that. It was spoken too pretty. Sometimes beautiful language makes me dizzy, and I missed the point. But I think what you're saying is agreeing with what I was saying, is that their little plan here to merge into some kind of super shill mech. I saw it compared to Voltron. I grew up watching that cartoon, and that is a pretty good comparison. Like an evil establishment Voltron just merging together behind Joe Biden, of all people. That just shows you how much they fully intend to lose. I can't take them seriously. They're showing me they don't even want to win. They just want to stop us. And they just need enough regular people. But I don't think they can get them. People think that they will. He also thought Clinton would beat Trump. We have to get to 1991 delegates. We're going to make a big dent today, and we're going to have to keep doing all we can, like we've been doing. Keep doing all this work, because we have the momentum, and we will win. We are going to make this happen. But I am a little worried about some of the things I'm seeing, especially with provisional ballots in California. A lot of people voted that way. And if you weren't registered as a Democrat. That's the only way you can vote there. I'm pretty sure. I'm 96.8% sure. Ginger says no plan B. They can either choose Bernie or we crush them with a general strike. You are absolutely right. How is California looking, Steve? Yeah, Tim Black's Voltron analogy. That's who said it. Tim Black. That's where I saw it. I knew I had seen that somewhere because I started to say it and I was like, I can't say that. That's somebody else's. And then I realized, well, I'm already like 16% there. I might as well finish the analogy. My anxiety's killing me. I'm trying not to pay any attention to the mainstream polls, but the last I checked, um, this little Biden maneuver is doing better than I thought it would. I didn't think that you could prop anything up under Joe Biden. It makes me wonder sometimes how much the average person will eat up, will just take on nothing with no evidence. But the Bernie Sanders campaign has pretty much openly declared war on the Joe Biden campaign. And they released a list of talking points and facts that we can use to fight back against Biden right away. See, Biden's got a lot of problems. Other than his mental capacity slipping, he's also got a horrific voting record and a history of fighting against Social Security. These are all facts. He spent 30 years trying to cut Social Security. He was pushing for the NAFTA and the China PNTR deals, which cost millions of jobs. Bernie fought against those. And on health care, all Biden wants to talk about is Obamacare, which we all know was written by the healthcare lobby. You know, Obama, the president whose cabinet was hand selected by Citigroup? It was Citigroup, right? It was revealed in the WikiLeaks. That guy. You know, what's really going on here is the big club that we're all not in is doing all they can to try to stop us. They're not really trying to stop Bernie. They're trying to stop us. Bernie's dangerous because he got the people to rise up. Steve says there was some shenanigans in East LA, but overall he thinks that we're good in California. Ginger says they have to request a Democratic crossover ballot. Yeah, Ginger, Obama can. She says F off, and I agree with her. Obama can, absolutely. And for good reason. Obama wasn't a progressive president. When you really look at Obama's record, it's nothing to brag about. And that's all Biden wants or has positive, is that he was Obama's vice president. Well, to me, that's not a whole lot. That's not making me want to support you. Unless you were fighting against him ripping off the American people and carrying on endless war, bombing poor people with my tax dollars. I'm not for that. Unless you were fighting him against all of that, why would I be interested in the fact that you were his vice president? Nissa says smudged you. Sometimes, Nissa, you throw me for a loop. Because you say it smells good. And I think I know what you're talking about. But if you are talking about that, that's not cool. Because you're rubbing it in my face. No, I'm alright. I'm just teasing you. But this is racking on my nerves today. I won't lie to you. I'm not trying to hide. It is eating at my nerves. This is stressful. There's so much at stake here. it's really overwhelming when you think about it. 'Cause there's a tremendous amount at stake, a lot on the line, and I just can't see how anybody would be falling for this Biden thing. According to the polls, people are though. So I'm preparing myself for that and just learning to accept it. Sometimes it amazes me how stupid people are, and I give people too much credit. But taking down Biden, that's our new job. That's our new assignment. And it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. We do need to. People are going to say, well, don't go the creepy Biden route. Don't expose that. Guys, nothing's off the table. Absolutely nothing. Because you think Trump is going to ignore that? Trump's salivating, waiting for Joe Biden. He can't wait to run against Joe Biden. He's praying that he will get to run against Joe Biden. He would beat Joe Biden easily. Joe Biden's a loser. Hey, Kaylin. I literally am reminding myself to take deep breaths. Me too. I've been doing anxiety breathing methods. I need a nap. I do too, but I blew that opportunity. I just know it's going to be a long night, and I can't believe this. But you're right. Easy to bring him down. Oh, Joe Biden? He's going to bring himself down. That's why I can't even believe they're rallying behind him, putting their eggs in that basket. The man's imploding before our very eyes. We've all been seeing it. I kind of am ashamed of myself that I didn't take him more seriously before now. But if that's what they want to do, we need to expose it. The average person should see it already. So we're going to have to get creative how we open their eyes. We just need to wake a few more, though. We don't need them all awake. And Steve, the LA rally was inspiring. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful, and I think Texas and California are both going to go good. And I just hate to see anyone buying this push and selling of Joe Biden. How is that working? Yeah, Dennis, Trump would mess Joe up easily. Easily. And in a debate, he would make him look stupid. I'm telling you, because Joe cannot think on his feet. He cannot put together a coherent thought. He can't even remember what day of the week things are happening, and it's getting sad. It's not funny anymore. And the fact that they're putting all their support behind him shows you that they don't care to win. They'd rather lose. Hey, Kilo, Bernie wins 3 states and Biden wins 1, and now all of a sudden he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Exactly. But what they've done is they have a plan and an agenda. They were going to try to spread and pull delegates and do like a shotgun pattern. And it didn't really matter who won what state as long as Bernie didn't win. But we were going to crush Super Tuesday so huge that it was going to be something that they'd never be able to come back from. So they decided to rally all their support behind one of their shills. So you basically have the money guy Bloomberg now, Biden, and Bernie in Tulsi. And their plan is to keep Bernie out at all costs. You're absolutely right. That's what it's all about. But they're trying to get everyone that supported those 3 those. God, it's hard to keep track of how many dropped out. Well, Steyer, but I don't know that he was in on it. What do you guys think? Stop Bernie movement. Was Steyer part of it? So Steyer drops out. Buttigieg and Klobuchar all right before the Super Tuesday primaries. And they're trying to get all their supporters to rally behind Biden and support Joe Biden. And according to the polls, again, which I think are garbage, I'm not telling you to listen to the polls, I'm just saying according to the polls, it's working. Dennis, you voted for Bernie today in Arkansas. How is Bernie doing in Arkansas? Have you seen any indicators or heard anything? Yeah, Dennis, he's in the early stages of dementia. I fully believe that. I can't prove it. I'm not a doctor. But come on. The rubbing on his legs, and the roaches, and the corn pop was a bad dude. He's slipping. Bad. Ginger says Biden's family does not love him. It's so sad. They can't. Why is he doing what he doesn't belong up there? He's the most literal example of that one meme I've seen over and over again where the turtle is on top of the fence post. It's like, how did I get here? He honestly doesn't know. He really has no idea how he ended up on that stage or sometimes what he's doing up there. He definitely can't keep track of what they're talking about, and Trump would rip him to shreds. And the average Democrat voter needs to realize that. Needs to really stop with turn off their cognitive dissonance for a second. Realize that it's not just a Bernie bro saying that, it's literal fact. Imagine the man standing up to Trump in a debate, and imagine the kind of attack pieces that are going to come out about Joe Biden. And then be realistic with yourself. Could you win with Joe Biden? Hopefully enough of them will realize that the answer to that question is no. Like Ginger said, you cannot. You will lose. Yeah, Kilo, Biden won't win. And he won't win the nomination either. We're going to win the nomination. Because we are committed to seeing this all the way through. And there are millions of us. Millions of volunteers, millions of warriors fighting in this revolution every day, doing all we can to make sure that this happens. And that is why it's going to happen. So do all you can. Keep fighting and keep your head up, no matter what. No matter what happens or what gets in the way or how the media spins any of this. Because we know that they're closing polling stations. We know they're pulling shenanigans with the provisional ballots and the things that Steve was mentioning in LA. It's not going to be enough. We're too big to rig. I really don't think they can stop us. Only thing that can stop us is us, if we back down. Dennis says there are many colleges in Arkansas, so that is helpful to Bernie. If they go out and vote, strong Latino support here as well. So make sure, if you're in any of these primary states, any of these early primary states, get out and vote. Even if you're a Republican, if you're in an open primary state, if you're Republican, vote for Bernie. You want to make real change and progress and fight the power that's lording over us, that's holding us down, and fight back against this greed and bring justice and compassion to society. Get out and vote for Bernie in this primary. We need to overwhelm them. This needs to be a historic victory. This could be the biggest day in progressive history. Because moving forward, they're going to have no choice but to acknowledge us as the true front runner. We are going to win a majority of states today. Now, they're doing all they can to pull delegates. We know that. We knew they were going to do that anyway. It's not going to matter in the end. It's not going to be enough. Steve says Stuttering Joe is not sure what day it is. Vote for Joe on Super Thursday. Yeah, it's not. It's funny and it's not. What's not funny about it is that's who they're willing to gamble everything on. That's also kind of sad in a way that the best they could come up with to run against us, they've known they were going to be running against Bernie ever since they screwed him over in 2016. And the best they came up with was Joe Biden with a backup of Mike Bloomberg's money. And what is Bloomberg running for? VP? See, I didn't think you would spend $1 billion, which is what he says he intends to spend, to be VP. But this thing's making me dizzy trying to figure it out. It really is. The whole thing is maddening how much they're doing to stop this revolution and to stop this movement and to stop us. Yeah, Steve, today could be the biggest day in the history of this country. So get out and make sure that you vote. Do all you can to get as many people out to vote as possible. We need to crush this today. We need to do amazing. And we've put in a great deal of work. We should all be proud of that. We're doing a fantastic job. We're in this position because of all the work we've done. Just keep moving forward, keep working, keep doing all you can, and we'll win this. Not Bernie, us. We're going to be the ones that do this and make this happen. Bernie's running a fantastic campaign. Got no complaints. Man's running a fantastic operation. I'm very proud of the campaign and the job they've been doing, getting the message out across the country. The rest of it's ours. We're going to make it happen. Ginger says, they and us are just getting started. You need some green and de-stress. And we need to legalize cannabis in this country. That's one of the first things we're doing in this administration. And that's a beautiful thing. And you're right. I do need to de-stress. Because they are getting started and we are just getting started. And this fight is a long fight. It's a marathon. I keep trying to remind myself about that. But thanks for watching and hanging out. And I'll see you tonight at the actual time of the Daily Burn. And I'm sure I'll be up until midnight waiting for the final results from everywhere. But I'll try to relax and take Ginger's advice. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching this episode of the Afternoon Daily Burn. Come back at our regular time. We're on every day at 7 from my page, Our Revolution War Room. I thought it would be cool to just come from the timeline and maybe get out to new people that have never seen this show and take my mind off. It's a stressful day. There's a lot at stake. And I'm emotionally involved. It's not that I don't think things are going to go well. It's just that I'm deeply emotionally involved in the outcomes. And I'm trying to stay realistic at the same time because of what we went through in 2016. You know, it's like you always keep your eyes open. And I, like I've been saying, play like we're behind and never take them for granted. You know, we got to realize we have to beat them and beat them badly. It's not enough to just win. We have to overwhelm them. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at 7 for the Daily Burn at our regular home, Our Revolution War Room. Go join that page and check it out. Thanks for watching.